Ah, Hello everyone. Welcome to part 2 of my Lakeshore Limited Detour photo set from 2006. For anyone who didn't either catch the saved live stream from yesterday or wasn't here yesterday, quick rundown. I was doing a trip with my Amtrak friend via the Lakeshore Limited in a Viewliner sleeper. As we approached Chicago, a massive derailment on the Chicago line involving tank cars and explosions shut down all traffic. But fortunately, it was in a location where we could detour around it via the Porter branch. 4 Amtrak trains were coupled together. 2 Wolverines, the Capital Limited and the Lakeshore leading, and with 1 NS pilot, the whole rigmarole went around the thing and rejoined up at HICK Tower. Yesterday's segment went from the start of the photos at Elkhart to just where our detour train took off onto the Porter branch at CP 482, aka Porter, and today we are going to be continuing along the detour and then everything else that happened that weekend. Well, not everything else that happened that weekend. Some of the things that happened that weekend. So we're going to be. So let me think. Where we see where are you? I was checking. I had everything all aligned before. So for those, just to orient yourselves, the Porter branch used to be the Michigan Central Main Line when that was distinct from the New York, the Lakeshore and Michigan Southern. Both lines were amalgamated in the New York Central system. You can see again how there used to be a grade cross. Oh, sorry, that's Willow Creek. Porter's there. We didn't cover Willow Creek. That's where it crosses the BNOCT or Baltimore and Ohio Main Line now. Next junction, which is CP Tullerston. I don't know what that involves. It's some railroad that goes somewhere. Oh, that's the Fort Wayne line. Yeah, the Fort Wayne. So that's the old Fort Wayne line. That diamond isn't even in place right now. But that's, again, all that's handled by CSX. And we're going to be picking up at the famous Ivanhoe crossing, where the Porter branch crosses the double track EJE main line. EJE is the outer belt line around Chicago for Eglin, Joliet, and Eastern, currently owned by CN. IHB is the inner belt around Chicago, currently owns split ownership between Norfolk Southern and CSX. I think those are the 2 belts. I know there's Belt Railway of Chicago isn't really a belt. It's just sort of it's kind of a belt, but it's kind of a half. It's not quite this big. Maybe that's the most inner belt. So anyway, let me just get things going here. Wanted to quick pull up the picture of Ivanhoe Tower back in the day. This tower was around for quite a bit of time. This is looking on the one of the 2 branches. Unfortunately, it was demolished not too long ago. As when I by too long, I mean I think it made it to the 21st century. But I have, and a lot of resignaling has been going on. It was not there when I was there. I don't think it was there when I was there. But I think it had just come down. But here we are looking northward on the EJ and E. Not sure, actually. I guess that would be eastward. Gonna have to use a clarify filter on this. I was probably in the dining car when this happened. That's why the windows are kind of scuzzy there. And that is crossing the Dune Park branch. I think that was Conrail, but I don't know. There's going to be a lot of neat stuff coming up in this next 12 set photos, so pay attention. Here we are approaching... I'm not actually sure. Oh! That's because I went to the other side of the car. A little bit of a... That would be the... what did we do there? I'm not exactly sure. At some point we might have crossed over. We couldn't have. I think that this was also an Ivanhoe related signal, but I'm not entirely sure of that. This is where things do become a little hazy, as I'm not quite sure what we did. I think we went around the bottom of this yard there. And I can see that's what I thought the searchlight would be. Yeah, and there's the EJE. Unless that other one was looking southward. But we are clearly on the wrong track. Did I put the right thing there? Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's entirely going on. This always happens. Oh, okay. No, that wasn't. I was looking in the wrong direction. All right. So that's where the Ivanhoe. Okay. So that's not eastbound. That's the eastbound searchlights. And then this guy is... So we come across there. And it must be something up there. See, I can see it though. So we must be. Oh, you're right. We crossed over. So this is what we did. We're coming down the Porter branch. We cross over to this Dune Park branch, and then we're taking a picture of this that signal right there. I don't know how the Porter and all these branches work in this specific area. I think this actually is IHB territory at this point. So I'm not entirely sure, but because you can see it goes IHB maintenance, IHB. So I think at this point we're on the IHB, which, as CSX is concerned, it's one of its allies in the area. That's the... There we go. We got some nice CSX dash 8 action. 7829. In case you don't know, you can always tell your dash 8s of those that remain by the wavy trucks. They are effectively the same trucks as an E60. The dash 9s had the chonky straight through trucks. Meanwhile, EMD trucks look like trash these days. $78.29. I was gonna say it's in Gary. I do want to go and check that roster though. For $78.29. Yep, C40-8W. Probably not in service anymore. $78.29. Yep, it's been sold to GE. Don't know who's leasing it. So here we have something with the IA. So we're over here now. Somewhere. And at this point I am darting between windows, so I can't entirely tell. Like, we might be there. That's probably where we were. But again, this is all IHB stuff. But we're effectively in the Gibson Yard complex. It looks like a diamond. Yeah, not entirely sure where that is. But I'm just going to say it's in Gibson. Nice paint scheme there. Yeah, it's nice how the IHB has remained independent, especially with its split ownership. I can't tell what the other one is. I think it's 4019. Yeah. Same ones. One second. And I think these are all GP. I'm assuming these are all GP38-2s, but I could be wrong. I'll check in just a second. You can see the conditions of the windows versus when was able to take a picture using one of the openable doors on the view liner. But we sort of had implied verbal consent to use those from the crew. In fact, we were worried they weren't, and then they were like, hey, do you want to, when we were coming up on Griselli Tower, they were like, hey, get as many photos as you want. At that point, I just hung outside for the whole rest of the trip. I mean, hung out the thing. So here we are. I think this is, I don't know if this is a, sorry, when they said not Griselli Tower, Calumet. But, so, not to give things away. I was trying to figure out where this was earlier, and I sort of stopped. There's the road that I was watching. So we make this, instead of going into Gibson Yard, we make a right-hand turn. We're coming up here. And this is where the old Griselli Tower used to be. That was actually packed up and moved to, yeah, there it is. It's whatever that diamond was. That's where the signals were. In fact, if I pop that open and take a look, maybe we can still see where they would have been. Yeah, that looks like where it was. So I think at this point, Griselli was still there and open part-time, but I wasn't entirely sure. It either had been recently closed or something like that. Oh, it was closed in 2007. There you go. Manually operated switches, open part-time for its last years of operation. Closed in 2007. Okay, so this was definitely Griselli's signals there. And now we get to the show Calumet. Never ever got out there in person, but I'm super honored to be able to get this photo. I don't know. I'm sure someone had to have gotten photos of Calumet on some sort of rare mileage trip, but this is not the type of photo you tend to get at Calumet. You know, from a passing Amtrak train. And this is where the IHB crosses the CSX main line or B&O main line. So it used to be right there. This is one of those towers I thought they would never close because it was just too complicated of an interlocking. But when did they close it? Oh, I didn't put it was late. It hit the switches were already power opt, but it had like 100 and something lever frame, and they were only able to save part of the frame went to a museum. They weren't able to get all of it. So it's got like a little industrial track. So it's a 6-diamond plant with this whole thing on the south end of that yard there. So really neat plant. Let me see what I used for photos on that one. Yeah, I might as well just use the same ones. No sense in not, because I'm not going to ever get anything different. And here, now you can't quite see, you know, all the, how long our train is. So the question becomes, how do I do this? Yeah, I'll just have it be a square. Oop, that's a little bit big. There we go. And here we are. Like I said, I wasn't able to get a ton of photos. I was... but actually, this isn't that far. So the next point would be... is it in there? Well, let me find it on my thing here. So we're getting off the Porter branch. It's CP 100. Or let me check. CP 1... Let me just go to HICK. Indiana Harbor. I'm not sure where that is. Okay, so CP 100. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's CP 100. Just before we enter the whole like HICK interlocking complex. So you can't quite see it, but CP 100 is to this day still known for its bracket mast. You can just about see there. It is I think it's mainly a simple crossover, but it's a very it's IHB but very Conrail-y. And we're just diverging up to whatever we do up at HICK. Just pull that up for you. Yeah, there you can see CP 100 is somewhat accessible, right below at this crossing. Yeah, right there's the bracket, still there, and the crossing is within interlocking limits. CP100. Next photo. This is the 20E and 12E signals at CP502. Now, if you look a little carefully there, you can see that one of them is displaying a medium approach, flashing yellow over red. And I don't like that. That works. Adjust it just a little bit to verticalize. There we go. Oops. Come on. Nope. I don't need to resize it. So here we have CP502, the 12E is on the medium approach, and then 20E. Yeah. And here we just have the East Y tracks CP502, controlled by HICK at this time. All right, that's it for the first round. Let's see what we got here in the chat. We got any questions? Hi. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. Oof, I'm not sitting properly in the chair here. Okay. Ow. Yeah, I got some primo photos of HICK Tower here. So, again, you can't quite see the length of this train, but it was significant. Our engines were 82 and something. And we got a signal there. So, geez, do I know what my engines are? I must. The risk of spoiling. Let me see what else we got. Nope, don't know what my engines are. Am I sure? Nah, it's totally blocked out. Can't see it. Don't even know how I'm going to straighten this. Sort of weird there. Very strange angle. Okay, that got it. Nope, don't need to resize. And this is going to be Amtrak 82 plus something. Plus whatever signal that is. That is See, we're coming around on to HICK interlocking there. So that, I believe, is the 12W-1 signal. Next, looking backwards. Note the Heritage Diner there. They were not great. Well, the rebuilt ones were fine, but the unrebuilt ones were an unmitigated disaster. Oh, God, those were terrible. Nice. Next. Here's that 12W-1 that I mentioned before. Those are not, I do not believe those are the Safe Train modulars. Those are GRS. It's a GRS modular set. I forget what those are called. It's like a E-type or something. Yeah. Yep. Next. That's the... So we are now traveling... There's the Y. We're in the steel mill. This leg of the Y, the west leg of the Y, swings. So there's CP502. Although it should also come down there. This leg swings wide, passes the signal bridge for CP HICK, and then slowly merges into it. I think it used to go through the drawbridge, but they wanted to take one of those drawbridges out. So that's the CP502 signal bridge anyway. I think there's a casino still there. Wow, this is pretty early for casinos. Oh, probably an Indian one. Here we have the one at HICK. Again, I don't know why some of these, like, I'm not sure if I was having to close the door to pretend that I wasn't using the window. But I could have sworn I had the green light. And here we go. These are the nicest photos of HICK Tower that I have, or some of the nicest. Because they're side window shots, or not side window, like Dutch door window shots. All right, let's see. I might want to just use my old names for these. Might as well. So while HICK today only controls one 2-track drawbridge on the Chicago line, it still also controls an EJE drawbridge, or another ancillary one to the north. Not great names, but yeah, I can't really cut much on this. No, I can cut off that track at the bottom. Yeah, see, there's the EJE bridge. HICK controls that as well. Oh, see, I can't cut that. No, I can't really cut anything off of this. It's all important. These names are terrible, but see, since I have a whole bunch of additional photos of this, I might end up with collisions. There's a good YouTube video showing HICK Tower before it closed. A little bit soft here, but take what you can get. And I guess that's good enough for a name. Wow, crazy all the industry there for the steel mill and the EJE bridge. What mill is that? Yeah, that's big one. Indiana Harbor Works. It's Alcalor Metal. That means it was might have gone through Bethlehem, but I don't know. Oh, here we have the B&O CT signals. Again, this is back in the golden age of signals, where if you had a joint interlocking, you know, your railroad would get its own, use of its own special sauce. This was true in the CP500, CP501, CP502, and HICK zone, where you had a lot of the B&O connections would retain the position, the CPLs. The reason this was here, I'll show you how this works in a second. Oops. Yeah, I'll just sharpen this. There we go. BOCT. What did I call this back in the day? It wouldn't have been anything good. Yeah. So what this was, so if you go back a bit to CP 500, that's where the three rivers would join in. So coming out of CSX Pine Junction, this connecting track would slot into CP 501, and right in there you had a CPL in the middle of the marshlands. Only one in the plant, but it's like if you're coming off of CSX or B&O territory, you get your own little CPL. Of course, these have all been replaced. I don't think that the ones coming off CSX territory are CSX signal rules. Nope, don't even need to adjust that. Next. This is CP505. HICK. No, sorry, CP506. That is the... What the hell switch is that? Like, they got that 1, 3, 5, and 7. Would be the 7. I don't know. A, B. CP506. It's actually there. Plus 7. Can I find out somewhere else? Let's find out. Oh, it's the B. So that's should be 7B. Not much special about the switches there, but it does have nice signals. And that's it for block 2. Just 17 left. So I'm just going to do this in a block of 9 and a block of 8. It's loading. We'll see what's going on in the chat. Oh man, we're going to get some 21st Street action going. So when we hit the General Hammond-Whiting station, the Amtrak was going to be doing the same thing in the opposite direction. They already had a bunch of Wolverine trains there, and our pilot was going to get on them. Remember, pilots are, it's in this day and age, you don't have people sitting around. By the way, that's number 9200. I think that might be the class cabbage car. So it's Amtrak Train 49 Detour plus 9200. At the Hammond-Whiting station. Looks good. Now we're on our way. Here we are approaching the quad draws, known as, I'm trying to figure out what it's called. Well, it's CP509. I think they were called like River Branch under the PRR. It's the site where you had the New York Central and the PRR both side by side, each using 2 vertical lift draw spans back in the day. That's why they're the quad draws. Wait, that's HICK. Sorry. What's odd is that HICK was banned, but the quad draws weren't. At least not as an active interlocking. There they are. So you had 2 New York Central, 2 Pensy. One of the Pensies got demolished, and there was also a B&O CT. By the way, when I showed you how that B&O entered, that the B&O CT just went through HICK on its trackage rights. It's kind of an extended part of the junction anyway. So what I need to do here is straighten that out, and you can see what's the odd part of CP509 that they didn't fix when it was resignaled. I don't know to this day why they did not fix it. It's absolutely bizarre. There's no straight routes through CP509 even to this day. Everything over here, because this track 3 would be like a yard track, so everything over here to diverge. Everything through it, westbound was best thing you could do was a medium speed. Eastbound only 1 straight track on track 4. So we're coming on like 1 or 2, and those track 4 really wasn't like a main track then. I think that's whatever it is now. So anyway, we can see the eastbound signal bridge, and there is a medium clear on the 4W, the 4W signal. 3W, why are there two 4Ws? $4WS. Whatever. There, that'll do. Maybe. Might need a little bit more. A little too much. There we go. Yeah, I'd love to make these bigger, but then you can't see what I'm trying to focus on. I just don't have enough pixels to zoom. So CP 509, westbound, (4W) medium clear far. So no, by the way, we're no longer detouring. At Hammond, the train's all separated. We were in the lead, and we got cut off to go first. So that's the way that cookie crumbled. We are now no longer the super tied together detour train at this point. We just off we go. This is the B&O, whatever, the CP 509 towers. I don't know what that one is. Wish I knew. You can see CP 509, so I'm just going to label this in with CP 509 stuff. Damn it. I guess I could make that a little bit wider. Or not. Oops. Nope, don't need to. Got it. CP 509. Good enough. Next. Entering. Oh, this is looking backwards. You can see the tender's cabin is right there. I think we're in Illinois now. So if I head up to the Illinois section of this. River Branch Junction. Yeah, here it is. Quad draws. Yeah, the tower was right there. This is when, you had more in operation. CP 455. I guess I had to re-CP this when it was still using the mileage from Pittsburgh. CP. This is just when the resignaling was starting. Look, they even had, that was interesting. They had the new masts up here for years. And I think that they didn't get the signals. Well, I don't know. I went on a trip with my dad in like 2010 or something, and I still was able to get pictures. So these lingered for quite some time, even though they had the threat of removal hanging over them. All right, that's good enough. I'm gonna no sense in yeah, I'm not missing much. This is CP513, not the. There's an intermediate. There's an intermediate between 509 and CP513, milepost 511. There we go, 507. So there's your intermediate. CP513 allowed access to this sort of like non-signal siding. This is a bunch of random inner whatever there. So this is right there. Not the greatest photo, but you know, I'm doing my best. Remember, it's pretty early in the morning. Well, no, it's not early in the morning. It's like the train's 4 hours late, so this is probably afternoon or something at this point. It's cloudy. That's what it is. CP513 train, and I'm just gonna go with this one. I got that one wrong. There we go. Done. This is something you can no longer see. This was the Rock Island Diamonds, aka CP Inglewood. These have been replaced by that flyover. I think this is a southward view. Should probably check that out first. Ugh. Where are we? Where do we need to be? There it is. There's the flyover. That would be a northward view. Yeah, they completely removed the diamonds. I thought they'd like leave one in or something, but they even have an extra bridge there that's being unused. Nah, I'm going to use it all. Oh boy, here we come up at CP 21st Street. Oh no, I gotta find the 21st Street junk. Ah, damn it. God, I hate the 21st Street junk. First off, what did I call it? Oh, I was so close to being done. Okie doke. I should have this. So I should have a model board, display board from the Amtrak Chicago dispatcher in here. There it is. Okay. So at this point, 24th Street is closed, and you'll see how I absolutely know that in a second. So I can just use these directly. Let me make sure I didn't break the stream there. Nah, it looks okay. Okay, so here we have. So first off, we have the interesting thing of this rando Metro track that just sort of runs 2 miles between 21st Street and CP 518. You know, it doesn't. It's just there. So we also have new signals coming in place. When they closed 21st Street, most of the signals and switches had been retained, but not just, they just been re-interlocked. This is when they actually started putting in the LED searchlights. So here we have, but replacing the CPL dwarfs and whatever that guy is. So that is 1 track, 2 track. That's the 803N and 806N signals. #21st Street, 803N plus 806N rear plus T2049. All right, this thing also Detour. There we go. Okay, next, and just a zoom view of that, but no T49, so I can I at least have a different name for it. There we go. I forget how much time. We were connecting to the Cardinal, so I don't know how much time we actually had in Chicago. I don't think we had to, like, run to catch it, though. Yeah, I should probably indicate that there are indeed new dwarfs there. Okay, that's the first block. Double check that's where I want it. Yep. And last block 8. And that'll be it. Oh, we have an issue here. Oh, no, we don't. I know where that is. So please hold. See, there's the new switch. That would be the 860 something. It's going to be the one I can see. So that's the 863. And this is just after they put in the Alstom GM 4000s. Boo. Replacing the pneumatics. What am I calling this thing? It's 863. And here we have $834 and the $854. The heater shrouds are still there. 834 switches reverse. Look at that. This is the old. There's your orange line plus the old airline there. And that's good enough. There we go. At this point, it is definitely the old airline. "21st Street Tower" had been closed the preceding year, and then about a year. Then this is when they, and you'll see more. Hold on. 21st Street, old East Airline, westbound, plus T49. And this was the shock of the trip. 21st Street had been demolished. It's just gone. Yeah, I was, that's the shame, because that was like accessible by there's a park there and everything. That relay hut had been there for years and years. But eastbound angle plus train 49. I don't know what that guy is. It's the 852 switch GM 4000. I think in my original thing I called it 21st Street demolished, but that's just not there. It's just not there. Oh, I have no idea what that is. Oh my god. Shize it. Oh man. Oh crap, this could be anywhere. Oh well. I have no way to determine where this is. Absolutely none. It's probably like CP Roosevelt or something. I don't know. What do they call it in the original photos? Oh, Lumber Street. There we go. CUS. I don't know what I used to call these before. I have to look into that one. And these actually were the Cardinal at Indianapolis. We got 205 there. Do I have a second photo that's better? Yeah, I don't need this first one. That's gone. Nope, you're done. Don't need you. Really nice night shot too. Not good enough for railpictures.net probably, but I like it. I don't even think I'm going to crop it, because I'd have to lose that light. And maybe I should. .205, that might be the last P42. I have to check. But I forget how many they made, but that might be the last one. I don't know how to spell Indianapolis. There it is. Yeah, the Cardinal didn't have a lot of. I think by the time we left, it was dark like already. Yeah, we're right. We're good. Everything's good. Yeah, it's probably the nicest, technically nicest photo of the batch. I thought this was Toledo. I took some pictures like this at Toledo, but not today. All right, I gotta find IU. I'm not sure if it's gonna be in the Dearborn set or not. I might have to load another PDF. Yeah. Indie interlocking charts. There we go. IU, page 66. If it loads. Why would there be... Sheet 66. IU. This is going to be relevant. You'll see why. Yeah, down from like, there's only like 2 station tracks now, and I just want to be, and we're getting a, I think that's a restricting out. Yeah. I think yellow over red is slow approach, and red over yellow is your normal one. So this is just a little wavy. I didn't get a picture of IU because it was around the corner, but this is good enough. Those signals are 98 LB. Why are they both 98 LB? All right, fair enough. And I'll just call like one of them LA. IU 98 LA plus 98 LB. There we go. And that is it. Lots of good stuff. Hope you all enjoyed it. Save that a little bit smaller. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I got a lot of weird stuff going on. I got a surprise Alaska trip. I'm going up to Vermont via the Vermonter. And tomorrow I'm going into Philly to try to get some photos of the Spring Garden Station before it is demolished. And Shore Tower as well. So thank you for joining me. Oh, the storm. No, the storm actually went way to the north of my town. My original forecast was like 2-something inches, and it went down because it strayed more northerly. So it just sort of swooped inland and came over. So no storm damage, no nothing. Hope you all guys are safe. If you missed it because of the storm, I hope you're enjoying it, watching on a rerun. I'm going to roll out. Thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful day. Wish me luck, and hopefully I won't get into any issues in the city tomorrow. I think that's everything I got. Have a great day. See you next time. I'm not sure when next time will be, but maybe the 16th of September. All right. No, thank you for the stuff there. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm good. All right. I'll see you. Bye.